How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we have a metal collection update for you. I know it's been a while. I've just been waiting for a few things to arrive in the mail, and they finally have. So, the first thing I'm going to show off is something that I have to get no matter what he comes out with, because this guy has been a inspiration to most of my music taste for my entire life. So, without too much surprise, here is Ozzy Osbourne with Ordinary Man. This is his 12th studio album, and considering how old the dude's getting, it's not too shabby. And it actually still has some heavy, riffs going on in there. His vocals are mostly still up to par. I know when I saw the last bottom end of the Black Sabbath's The End tour, his vocals were a little rough. If you search back in my shitty live footage playlist, you'll see some of the songs I was able to record while there, and you can tell his vocals weren't holding up the greatest during the end of that tour. But on this album, he still seems to have it going pretty well, whether it's thanks to Pro Tools or thanks to editing or whatever it is, maybe selling the soul to the devil. Who knows? But his vocals are still mostly up to par on this album. I enjoy pretty much every single song that's on here. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of Straight to Hell. Under the Graveyard was definitely the better hit to me. But I also enjoyed All My Life, Goodbye, Eat Me, Today Is the End. Scary Little Green Men has to be my favorite track on here for sure, though, especially that video with Jason Momoa appearing as Ozzy Osbourne and then revealing himself to being actually Jason Momoa mid-video, so that was really, really cool. The Holy for Tonight, I can't really remember all that much of. It's probably all right, but it doesn't stick out in my mind as anything special. It's a Raid with Post Malone is okay. I wish they hadn't have done the live track version of it, or maybe it wouldn't have made it onto this album if they hadn't have included the live version, so at least it's on here. And then Take What You Want is amazing. I love this song, even if it does have Post Malone and whoever the fuck Travis Scott is. But yeah, Take What You Want is a really, really good track, even with Post Malone's vocals in there. The Ordinary Man track with Elton John was good. It was weird that Ozzy's vocals were softer and more smoother than Elton John. I don't know why. I was expecting Elton John's vocals to be smoother and more clean, but he had more raspier vocals than Ozzy and more, dare I say it, more manlier vocals than Ozzy. So I was kind of surprised and taken back by it, but overall it's a good track, not super heavy or anything like that, but there was some pretty heavy riffs on here considering Ozzy's just kind of like a classic metal kind of guy. But yeah, all in all, decent album. Glad the dude's still alive and still making music. We all probably thought that was going to be the last of anything by Ozzy back when they released 13, when he reunited with Sabbath. But yep, still got a new album out. Glad he did. Still pretty decent Ozzy in my opinion. Next is something that I just got finished reviewing on this channel about a week or so ago, and that is the new Revenge Prevails Habitats. If you want my full in-depth review and discussion of this album in depth, go check out the review. But other than that, if you don't know who Revenge Prevails are by now, they are a blackened melodic death band from Sweden that started in 2008 and released a couple of other releases like the Black Void Injection EP from 2013, Dark Trembling Solace from 2015, and False Hope Cruelty from 2017. So if you discover this and check it out and enjoy it, you probably will enjoy those other things too, because they do have a couple of things in their backlog, so go check those out as well if you enjoy blackened melodic death metal from the likes of Revenge Prevails. Now, another one that I got in this collection, it's probably going to seem familiar to you if you've watched this channel for any length of time, and that is Battery with Armed with Rage. This will be the second time I have purchased this album, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I had it in my head that I didn't have this album. I thought I had their second album, Martial Law, from 2016, but nope, I already had Armed with Rage, so now I've got two copies. And this is a still sealed copy, so I guess I will include it in a giveaway once we hit either 500,000 views or 4,000 subscribers. So if you want a chance at winning this, get us to 4,000 subscribers or 500,000 views, and I will do that giveaway. If for whatever reason you don't know who Battery are, though, they are a thrash band out of Denmark, and they've been going since about 2008. Before this, they have an EP called Mental Pollution from 2012. And even before that, they have a demo called Nuke that I actually got on cassette. Pretty stoked about that one. It's really, really good. And then, once again, after Armed with Rage, their first album, they have a second album called Martial Law in 2016 that I need to get my hands on. I've been talking to one of the dudes from Battery back and forth on their Facebook page. For whatever reason, Facebook isn't giving them their messenger notifications, and he's been getting back to me kind of late in response, but he's recently given me his email, so I'll be contacting him on the 20th to pick up Martial Law and a patch, the last available patch, unfortunately, at the moment, so I'm kind of glad that I'm getting the last one. Apparently it's a green Battery logo patch, so hell yeah. But yes, so Battery, Armed with Rage, my second copy that I'll be giving in a giveaway whenever we hit 4,000 subscribers or 500,000 views. Alright, so this next band is a band that I got into thanks to the one and only Full Metal Ginger. Check him out, excellent metal reviewer and collection updater on YouTube here. And I got two albums from them, one being Death Crust Satanique from Sakage. Sakage is a blackened, thrashing crust band from Canada, a few hours drive from me up north in Montreal. And these guys have been around since about 2007. These guys play some amazing kind of aggressive, in-your-face black metal with elements of thrash and elements of that like crust punk style in there, here and there with their guitaring and vocals. Really love it. It was such a breath of fresh air when I decided to look them up, thanks to, once again, Full Metal Ginger going on and on about this band, and I'm glad he did. And I'm definitely not sick and tired of hearing about this band because they are really good. Now, there is a story behind this particular piece right here. I tried to order it once off of Discogs from a guy who said he had it, but then took a week to get back to me, only to tell me that he no longer has that in his collection and can't sell it to me for the low price that he was offering. So I had to wait a week in order to find another person that was selling this, and I think it might have been the band's label or production company that has a Discogs. But anyways, I ended up getting a copy from them, and they sent it to me within about a week and a half time in good condition. And yeah, so it took a bit, but I finally got a copy of Sakage's first album, Death Crust Satanique. The funny thing is, though, and I keep trying to tell you guys this, and I apparently can't even take my own advice, is if you're looking for stuff from bands, go check out their Bandcamp. Try to find a Bandcamp page or look them up on their Facebook and check out the About section, and they probably have a way to get a hold of their material. If I had done that, I would have found out that Sakage still has Satanic Death Crust albums on their Bandcamp that I could have ordered directly from them from Montreal. So I'm an idiot, but now you don't have to be one. Now you can go check out their Bandcamp and get yourself a copy. Pretty sure they still have some left. So yeah, definitely do yourself a favor and pick this up. It's really fucking good. If you like you know, thrash, tainted black metal with a pinch of crust thrown in there for extra darkened lo-fi madness. Be sure to get the first album. Really, really good and straight out of Canada. I also managed to pick up this. This was sitting on the shelf at my local Now and Then music shop at the mall, and I was surprised to see it. Even though, once again, these guys are Canadian, it's oddly rare to find good Canadian black metal, good Canadian local obscure metal at your local mall's music shop. So to find this there was definitely the highlight of my day. Was super stoked to see they had this in stock. Good to see that they're supporting some local Canadian metal, and Sakage is definitely one to keep your eye out for. And I can totally see why any self-respecting metalhead would gush about this project, and I definitely plan on picking up the rest of their discography if I can. So yeah, this was released in 2017. Death Crust Satanic was in 2012. They also have an EP called Prevails that was released in 2014, and they have a third album released pretty recently in 2019 called Chaos Mortem. So if you like any of these releases, they've got a few more to check out, as well as a couple of splits that are also available on some format. But yeah, so Sakage, go check them out. You can thank me later. Alright, and the last thing in today's collection update is something that I hinted at in my Thrash Vest video that was coming, and that is, of course, Dustbolt with their second album, Awake the Riot. Amazing German thrash that started in 2007. Also have 4 albums and an EP. I have their first album, Violent Demolition, from 2012, and they also have an EP before that called Chaos Possession that was released in 2010. After this album came Mass Confusion in 2018, and following that up was Trapped in Chaos in 2019. So yeah, anyways, I absolutely love the front cover of this album. Really, really cool artwork. Glad I have the patch on my vest. There's the track list there. If you like German thrash, these guys do it really well. They have that kind of modern twist to it with the production, and kind of like a wider inspired array of riffs that they can kind of go through as well. Back in the early 80s, you only had so many bands to kind of bounce your ideas off of, like new wave of British heavy metal, just regular heavy metal and glam metal and hair metal, and maybe the odd kind of hardcore influence here and there sometimes with crossover thrash. But when you get into the 2000s or the 2010 thrash bands, they have a little bit more of a wider array of metal genres to kind of bounce their inspirations and ideas off of. So I like the new kind of reinvigorated sound of thrash of the 2010s and the early 2000s. Dustbolt is definitely no exception. Highly recommend you do check them out. Love this album. Really, really good thrash from Germany. Alright, so that's my fat stack of CDs for this collection update. I also have a new skateboard setup video that I need to do for Stuck Skateboarding. So if you want to see more of this, and if you're interested in skateboarding at all or interested in starting skateboarding, please go check out my Stuck Skateboarding channel. Look for the blue logo, not the red one. The red one's kind of just been disbanded. There are a few videos on there if you want to go dabble around and check them out from back when we kind of started the team and whatever. But all the new shit is going up on Stuck Skateboarding, the blue channel with the bat logo, which I need to get a shirt with the bat logo on it. This is our old brutal logo shirt still, but yeah. Anywho, I've rambled on long enough. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers. For glory, for the Rebel Alliance, Slammerella out.